Tyler here with e-bike commuting. Today we're going to go through unboxing Priority Bicycle's current e-bike. We just arrived this week. In a couple weeks I'm going to be taking on the Seattle to Portland STP ride, which is 200 miles. So today we're going to be getting it all set up. Hopefully it just takes about 20 minutes. So yeah, first let's see what's in the box. All packed in here. First we're going to lift the bike out of the box, which I have a pulley system to do that we're going to test out for the first time, so hopefully it works. Attach a strap to the bike frame. Let's just do it off this one. So my thinking when I bought this was how I would get heavy bikes out of boxes. Lifting it pretty well. That's as high as it goes. Looks like we got the kind of the tools and stuff. I'm gonna open up that real quick. Belt drive details. Charger. Need shoes. Okay. 1 second. Alright, pedals, reflectors, touch-up paint. I don't think I've ever gotten a bike that came with touch-up paint, which is cool. Tools. Alright, so now I'm just going to remove, it came with a ton of different things, so I'm just going to start removing plastic. First step, now that we've got most of it taken apart, is to put the front wheel on. So I'm going to lift the bike up so we can put the front wheel on, and then that will make it a lot more stable so it's not kind of moving around so much. And you don't really need this, like you can just hold the bike up and do it, but I find it just easier to have something helping you hold the bike. So we're going to take all this stuff off. So we're going to take this skewer out. You need to push it down so it's in the clasp, then it unscrews. Alright, so that comes out. Also has something that protects the front brake so it doesn't close. So I'm going to pull this out so that comes out. And we're going to line up the front wheel. That's just extra foam.
Foam.
Okay, now we just screw it back in. Alright, so we've got the front wheel on. Now we just need to put the handlebars on. Then we'll do the fenders and then the pedals, and that's it. And put the battery in. So let me get all this taken off. Bike is looking good. I like the nice sparkle to it. This is where I need to be a little careful, make sure I don't cut the cords that power the bike. I'm going to take off the front. I don't know what this is called, the headset maybe? Good soundtrack. So now this is where you want to just make sure all these wires are on the right side, the correct side of the bike when this goes back in. So you basically don't want anything tangled over or behind. You want everything sticking out front. So these are going out front, these are going to the front, and then this goes to the front brake. So that looks correct. I think you picked it all up. Thank you. I need to get the plate back on the front, but it's hitting, there's a bolt. It's kind of hard to see, but it's hitting this bolt. Can't actually get it in. So I think what I need to do, I'm going to take off this bolt and move the light away. I took the bracket off the light, which was just sitting right here, so that freed this up. And then I noticed that the actual whole mount, you can see it's not actually centered on the handlebars. So I think potentially it was installed backwards, which seems odd, but I'm gonna move, I loosened up these bolts so I could move this back to center, because I knew not having the LCD screen slightly off center would probably annoy me after a while. So I just took that off, and now I'm gonna tighten it back up, making sure I feel like I have the angle of the bar correctly. So I'm just kind of getting in my position and seeing how deep, far down do I want the brakes. I think right there is pretty good. I can always twist it later. So now we're gonna put that front bracket back on, and that fits nicely there. And we will start screwing it in. All right, so we've got this nicely mounted here, and next I'm just gonna reattach just the light back on. So that way we'll have it just right here, and the light will pop up right there. So let's do that next. All right, I got the light and everything installed. Now we're gonna do the fenders, and so now we'll put the fenders on. This is the front fender, and then retighten the rear fender needs to be tightened, and then pedals, and that's it. Just noticing here the brake should be going into this. See, there's a little bracket here. It should be secured to that. It's not. Not sure why. Perhaps I accidentally, when I was taking everything off, I cut the zip tie that was attaching it and popped it off. Fortunately, I have more small zip ties from other bikes that I've assembled. So let's put that in here and tighten it up. Putting the fender on, we're going to start by putting the washer all the way down. So that way you have a washer all the way on the outside. That'll help protect that front paint. Protect the bike. Then it goes in. Then we put another washer in on this side. Then the fender piece, the mount, goes on. Okay, just got the top fender mounted. I've got it pretty high up to have lots of clearance. Now we're gonna attach these pieces. So these just go right there. I'm just gonna unscrew each one. Tighten, tighten, tighten. We'll do the same on this side. All right, got the front fender on. Let's do the rear fender. So first thing I'm gonna do is just, I think I wanna get this a little more clearance up here. So I'm gonna loosen the bolt here, and actually we'll just start by putting these in. Just like we did on the front, take off the bolts. So we have the washer and the bolt, and put the washer against where the bike, against where the frame will hit. And that'll keep the frame from getting indented. Got it on there. It's pretty good. Seems good. They have some bolts on the back here, so you can adjust it a little bit. But, you know, if it's rubbing, but I think it's fine. Cool. So, getting there. Now we're just going to do the pedals. Alright, so the directions for the pedals, priority says to add a little bit of grease to the pedal just to make it easier to get on and off, especially once you've gotten it. Once water or dirt, you know, things as you ride gets into your pedal. So make sure you put a little grease on that. Unfortunately, they didn't send like a little tube of that. I have a bunch of Park Tool Poly Lube from another project, just from, you know, working on bikes. And you just need like, you know, barely anything. So I just dip the pedal in there. This is the left pedal, which is on this side. And that will just create, that might even be too much. I just want just a really small amount to get in the threads of it. And pedals always turns towards the front of the bike. So the left pedal is counterclockwise, where the right pedal is clockwise, like you'd normally screw in, so it's just a little bit different. Okay, seems good. I'll do the other side. Just another dip, a little grease. I think we're pretty much done with this. Took longer than 20 minutes that I said at the beginning. Probably took closer to an hour, but I had to stop for a little break. But yeah, let's turn it on, make sure it all turns on. Boom. Yeah, it's working. Cool. We got the priority current all built. Excited to start doing some rides. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be taking it from Seattle to Portland, 200 miles over 2 days. So that'll be interesting. I've also got the range extender to add on a little bit later. So I'll do another video walking through just adding the range extender, which I've got that will go on the rear of the bike. So cool. Well, thanks for joining. Hope this video was helpful, and if you've got a priority current that you're setting up right now, hopefully it wasn't too hard and you enjoy the bike. All right, thanks.